Successfully been raised 20 months after it capsized. Let's get some analysis now from Captain John Noble, a marine salvage expert. And John, I know you've been watching it all the while. A remarkable operation. What catches your eye about it all now? You can see the whole superstructure.
Well, the first thing that caught my eye, and I was very pleased that it was successful, and that's always pleasing. But now we've got to the situation with the ship upright on the pre-designed platform, and if you look at the ship, you'll see this line, and that gives a very clear indication that you can see the white bit and the oily bit, very clear indication of how she was lying and how much contamination there had been some time ago. Perhaps if we look at the damage, we can see how she lay on the rock. And this picture here shows very clearly in that area which I've circled, where the hull was sitting on a rock to some number of feet. And this will cause the salvage team a little bit of thinking, because before they can bring the ship to the surface fully, they have to provide the buoyancy. And the structure of the underwater hull is very important. What you see there is the passenger accommodation, which has got squashed, but there's no strength there. The underwater hull, the salvage company will do a detailed survey, because the last thing they want when they're refloating is for there to be a breakup. Meanwhile, the police will be involved. They will be searching for the deceased and their remains, and then they will go through every cabin on the ship to try and recover the valuables that the passengers left behind. And that operation will take some time. But meanwhile, the salvage team will be starting to prepare the next phase, and this will take all winter, because they have to, the survey will take probably some weeks, I would think, to do fully. Then they have to fabricate the big tanks to fit in the right place to provide the buoyancy, and then at the end of that, hopefully she'll be refloated and towed away. Okay. It's as simple as that, really.
Take a while. What did you make of the that 18-hour salvage operation? It all seemed to go very smoothly.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. Watching it to begin with, it was a bit like paint dry, watching paint dry. But as it progressed, you could see she was moving. She wasn't jerky. There was no instability in it. And it's a great credit to Nick Sloan and his team that everything went pretty well as planned. And the amount of money that it has cost is reflected in the meticulous detail that went into the operation.
Do things like this have effects on future salvage operations? Will lessons have been learned from this?
Oh, undoubtedly lessons will have been learned, but more importantly, the people who are paying for it will somehow want to get their money back, and future premiums will undoubtedly be increased to cover the risk of wreck removal. I mean, this one is estimated at 500 million. Take it from there.
Okay, that's an interesting dimension. John, good to talk to you as ever. John Noble there. Now, coming up on Sky News.